Well, I don't know what's happened. I don't know if we've gone back in time to the year 2008 where the political compass test was first relevant. Actually, I don't even remember. It might have been earlier than that the political compass test first became relevant. But it seems like everyone's filling out the political compass test lately. Kyle Kalinske, Ben Shapiro, everyone, you know? So I figured I might as well jump on that bandwagon. I want to be like Ben Shapiro and Kyle Kalinske. I want to fill out the political compass test. Can I please? So in a recent stream that I did for the Pessimist Productions Patreon, little late night stream I just kind of did impromptu, I decided to do just that. I filled out the political compass test, and I decided, you know, this is too riveting. This is just too good to only be for patrons. A man filling out a test, this is scintillating stuff. You need to see this. The public needs to see this. Everyone needs to see this. After a word from our sponsor. Here's a word from my newest sponsor, Footmouse, the mouse you control with your foot to keep your hands free while you game. The Footmouse is a revolutionary new tool to bring your gaming skills to the next level. Check it out.
I've been using Footmouse since 2017, but not on land. There's a lot of controversy as to whether or not Footmouse should be termed illegal. It's just such a huge advantage, but it's still all about skill. Footmouse just raises the skill gap. It's a whole different level of play.
Footmouse, get your foot in the game.
Well, I've got some bad news for you. For those of you who are desperate for your very own Footmouse, it's not a real product. I know, very sad, right? But don't worry, I've got something that'll cheer you up. Raid Shadow Legends, which is a real product. Raid offers up a dark and epic turn-based fantasy classic RPG right on your mobile device or desktop. You can collect a ton of different champions, like this demon spawn called Allure, who can drag me to hell anytime. I love the auto battle feature that lets me sit back and watch the champions I've built up tear through a gallery of monsters and bosses without me lifting so much as a finger, but you can be way more hands-on if you want to. And now, the daily login rewards program for new players has been doubled from 90 days to 180 days. Each day, you can claim your free rewards from energy refills, silver and gems, to shards, and a free barbarian legendary champion, Sile of the Drakes. So click the link in the description or in the pinned comment to join Raid today and get 100,000 silver, that's a lot of silver, and a free champion, Slasher. This guy is really going to help you advance quickly in the game because, as you can see, he's a total badass. All these treasures will be waiting for you in your inbox, which you can find right here. Good luck, and I'll see you there. My handle is YouTube TAA in the game, so act quickly because these rewards are only available for the next 30 days. I'd like to thank Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video, and I'd like to remind you all that when you support my sponsors, you help to support this channel as well. And with that out of the way, let's take the political compass test. If economic globalization is inevitable, it should primarily serve humanity rather than the interest of transnational corporations. Strongly agree. I'd always support my country, whether it was right or wrong. Strongly agree. No, strongly disagree. Fuck that. My country is often wrong, I find. And I am often right, strangely enough. No one chooses his country, so it's foolish to be proud of it. Agree. Our race has many superior qualities compared with other races. What's our race? Who's asking me this? What if it's a black dude asking me the question? Anyway, I disagree. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Now, sometimes the enemy of your enemy is still your enemy. Military action that defies international law is sometimes justified. I mean, I can see a hypothetical scenario or two where it wouldn't be. But I think overall, yeah. I disagree. There's a worrying fusion of information and entertainment. I used to not agree with that. And I really... I'm part of that. So I probably should disagree, but I don't. I agree. People are ultimately divided more by class than by nationality. Agree. Controlling inflation is more important than controlling unemployment. They're both important, but I think you got to fucking make sure people can work. Because corporations cannot be trusted to voluntarily protect the environment, they require regulation. Duh. I think you have to be stupid to fucking answer otherwise on that one, right? Like, does anyone think corporations are really going to be like, we need to protect the environment, not our profits? You know, you'd have to be fucking naive. You have to be living in a fucking fairy tale. From each according to his ability, to each according to his need is a fundamentally good idea. I don't know if that's the best way to appropriate resources. I guess I disagree, but not strongly. The freer the market, the freer the people. Strongly disagree. It's a sad reflection on our society that something as basic as drinking water is now a bottled, branded consumer product. Yes. People should be able to count on clean drinking water coming right from their faucet. Shouldn't have to buy a fucking bottle of water to get something that's worth drinking. Land shouldn't be a commodity to be bought and sold. I think that, like a lot of other things, there should be fucking regulations put on this, but I don't agree as of yet with abolishing private ownership of land, so I guess I disagree. It is regrettable that many personal fortunes are made by people who simply manipulate money. Yep. Protectionism is sometimes necessary in trade. I'm going to go with weak agree on that one. I believe in some protectionism. I don't believe in strong protectionism. The only social responsibility of a company should be to deliver a profit to its shareholders. Disagree. The rich are too highly taxed. Disagree. Those with the ability to pay should have access to higher standards of medical care. No. Governments should penalize. Penal. Penal. Get it? It sounds like penis. Government should have the ability to penalize, I'm sorry, not the ability. Government should penalize businesses that mislead the public. Yeah. Genuine free market requires restrictions on the ability of predator multinationals to create monopolies. Yeah. Abortion, when a woman's life is not threatened, should always be illegal. Strongly disagree. All authority should be questioned. Strongly agree. An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. Strongly disagree. Taxpayers should not be expected to prop up any theaters or museums that cannot survive on a commercial basis. Strongly disagree. Schools should not make classroom attendance compulsory. Strongly agree. All people have their rights, but it is better that different sorts of people should keep to their own kind. No. Good parents sometimes have to spank their children. No. All the research shows that's not true. It's natural for children to keep secrets from their parents. Of course it is. Possessing marijuana for personal use should not be a criminal offense. Strongly agree. I also would expand that to pretty much any drug. The prime function of schooling should be to equip the future generation to find a job. Why? No. No, I strongly disagree. Just school should not just be like job training. People with serious and like, you realize that when George Carlin does his routine about like how the system just wants to churn out obedient workers, that's exactly the kind of shit he's talking about, right? Where everything is just geared towards like, here, this is going to teach you how to be a cog in the fucking machine. No, it's not a great idea. People with serious inheritable diseases should not be allowed to reproduce. I know I'm going to get shit for this one, but I strongly agree. The most important thing for children to learn is to accept discipline. Strongly disagree. There are no savage or civilized people. There are only different cultures. Disagree. All right, so a little bit of clarification on that question, because I don't want this to possibly be misinterpreted in any way, shape, or form. I'm not saying there that any group of people is genetically or racially predisposed towards being more civilized or being more savage. What I'm saying with that answer is that, different cultures definitely have different levels of civility and savagery. So, just want to make that 100% clear. We can proceed. Those who are able to work and refuse the opportunity should not expect society support. Strongly disagree. When you are troubled, it's better not to think about it, but to keep busy with more cheerful things. Strongly disagree. Face your fucking problems. First-generation immigrants can never be fully integrated within their new country. Strongly disagree. I don't even know what integration is supposed to mean. Integrated with what? There's not one, monoculture in America. What's good for the most successful corporations is always ultimately good for all of us. Yeah, because, man, if the CEO of Walmart's doing well, that homeless guy on the street is also doing well. What a stupid hypothesis. Strongly disagree. No broadcasting institution, however independent its content, should receive public funding. Strongly disagree. Our civil liberties are being excessively curbed in the name of counterterrorism. Strongly agree. A significant advantage of a one-party state is that it avoids all the arguments that delay progress in a democratic political system. Strongly disagree. Because that's not an advantage. That's a disadvantage. I can see scenarios where it would be an advantage, but I can also see tons of scenarios where it's a disadvantage. There should usually be a robust argument about any sort of thing that a society is going to do. Although the electronic age makes official surveillance easier, only wrongdoers need to be worried. Strongly disagree. The death penalty should be an option for the most serious crimes. Strongly disagree. In a civilized society, one must always have people above to be obeyed and people below to be commanded. Strongly disagree. Abstract art that doesn't represent anything shouldn't be considered art at all. I've never seen a single piece of art that didn't represent something. So I don't even think I think that this is predicated upon a false notion, but I guess I disagree. In criminal justice, punishment should be more important than rehabilitation. Strongly disagree. It's a waste of time to try to rehabilitate some criminals. Strongly disagree. The business person and manufacturer are more important than the writer and the artist. Strongly disagree. Mothers may have careers, but their first duty is to be homemakers. Strongly disagree. Multinational companies are unethically exploiting the plant genetic resources of developing countries. Strongly agree. Making peace with the establishment is an important aspect of maturity. I wouldn't know because I'm not fucking mature, but I guess I disagree. Astrology explains shit. No. You cannot be moral without being religious. Dumb. Charity is better than Social Security as a means of helping the genuinely disadvantaged. Obviously not. Some people are naturally unlucky. I don't believe in luck. It is important that my child's school instills religious values. Well, of course it has to. Strongly agree. No, I strongly disagree. Sex outside marriage is usually immoral. Well, if you do it right. Strongly disagree. A same-sex couple in a stable, loving relationship should not be excluded from the possibility of child adoption. If they want to be tortured by that bullshit, they can go right ahead. Pornography depicting consenting adults should be legal for the adult population. Agree. What goes on in the bedroom is no business of the state. Agree. No one can feel naturally homosexual. Disagree. These days, openness about sex has gone too far. No. It needs to go further. All right. So you guys are familiar with the axis system, I'm sure. There's two axes. Axes. I don't know how to pluralize that. There's the authoritarian to libertarian axis. There's a left to right axis. They kind of give examples here, I think, of everybody. Like authoritarian left would be like Stalin. I guess libertarian left would be like Gandhi or like, Noam Chomsky or something. Libertarian right, they'd be like Milton Friedman or like Ron Paul, stuff like that. Authoritarian right would be Hatcher. Sorry, not Hatcher. I combined Thatcher and Hitler. Hatcher. It's a weird, that'd be a weird fucking creation. No, I'm going to go with also pretty much our entire political fucking spectrum in America. Like Biden would be around here somewhere. Trump's like around here somewhere, around the Thatcher area. So, yeah. Pretty much our entire political system exists between different levels of authoritarian right. Where do I go? Cool. So, economic left, right, negative 8.13, social libertarian / authoritarian, negative 9.03. I'm almost all the way in that corner. That's my goal. One day I want to take this test and just be in that fucking corner, dude. I just want to get there. It's like, what do I got to do? What opinions do I have to change to get in that fucking corner? I just want to be right there. Woo! That was a wild ride, huh? Wow, that test, man. You think you just twist and turns, and it's like, oh man, what is he going to say for this question? What's TJ think of this? Oh, where's he going to be on the fucking grid? Oh, he could be anywhere. Is he going to be in this quadrant, that quadrant? Who knows? It could be anywhere on the... Oh, devastating. Libertarian left quadrant. Who would have thunk it? Who could have believed it? The excitement, the adventure. It's a magical time taking the political compass test. Holy shit. Was that I feel like I'm enlightened. I feel like my mind is well and truly blown. How about you guys? If you feel like your mind was blown, give this video a big old thumbs up, because I know that I just shattered the fucking doorways of your perception. I know I did. Be sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Be sure to support the Pessimist Productions Patreon and see, random stuff like this all the time. And, whatever. All the stuff that YouTubers are always yammering for you to do. Take out the garbage, do the dishes, subscribe to my channel. Do it. Just do it. It's all down there. It's in the description section. Just do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. And remember, support my sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. It's all down there. It's every beautiful thing you could possibly want is down there in that description section. Just do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. I command you. I command you. Why are you still here? Go.